evening, everyone. Thank you so much for being here tonight. I am the host, Carly Isbell. We are here at the Coach DeBesse Show. And I just wanted to go ahead and thank Chicken and Pickle for letting us be here tonight. Coach, we got that win.
We did get that. They got that win.
They got that win.
They did get that.
Not only a win, it was a shutout too. I mean,
It was. And shutouts are hard to come by in football today because of all the spread offenses and what offenses do to defenses to stress them. And so to be able to come out with a shutout and to play as many kids as we did and still get a shutout was gratifying. I was really proud of the players.
What did you see?
And coaches, let me say, and coaches too.
That's true. What did you see on offense during Thursday's game that you hadn't seen in the previous games this season?
Can we focus on Rondale here? And Brady? No, I mean, let's face it. We got two of our best football players back. We got Rondale back and we got Brady back. And Rondale will be the first one to tell you that he had some unbelievably explosive plays, but he had a lot of help along the way. And so I think probably you asked about the offense, but as far as the whole football team, I thought we came out in an attack mode in all three phases, and I never saw us let up all night. And so that was fun to see. And the most fun, obviously, was to see these guys smiling and having fun and truly celebrating each other's success.
Well, we'll get to hear from Brady and Rondale later this evening, but walk us through your emotions during the game and after the game when you realized that y'all had just won your first game of the season.
It's been a strange season. You know, it's been kind of a disjointed season, and we've had some, adversity along the way and some tough times, and these guys have just, come to work every day with a great attitude. And so that's what it's all about for a coach. What it's all about is seeing the work put in by these guys, and then just, being a part of the locker room, being a part of the post-game celebration, and seeing how happy they are and how good they feel about themselves. And so we'll forget about the score in years to come, but we'll always remember the relationships and the emotions and the great memories of games like last Thursday night.
Last Thursday, you also had Breakfast with Champions. And did the message that Drew gave you and the team impact how they did on Thursday night?
Well, I hope so. I mean, he talked about integrity. I mean, and integrity is a pretty strong word, and integrity is a word that not just applies to football, but obviously applies to life. And he told his story about not taking things for granted. He won 5 varsity games, I think he said, right, in 4 years. And so he came from a situation where they hadn't had success. These guys were fortunate at Grapevine to have had some success. So I think anytime that you can bring somebody in that's saying something different, and anytime the kids can hear a different voice, sometimes it's the same message, but they say it in a different way. All you're trying to do is just reach as many as you can, and Drew did a great job.
Well, we look forward to you showing the highlights from this amazing game later, but I would like to go ahead and ask Brady Boozer to come on up, please.
Brady Boozer. Stud.
Hi, Brady. Good to see you again.
All right, nice to see you.
So this is your second year on varsity and first year as a starter. What self-improvements have you made between each season?
Well, I've made just getting a lot more reps. You get better as you go. I didn't see much of the field last year and struggled in every aspect, knowing the plays and knowing what to do. And I think just having more reps, I've been able to learn more of the plays and be able to get out there quickly.
Well, you're a junior and you still have one more year left, and you plan on playing football again next year, hopefully. Can you go ahead and tell everyone what football means to you?
Well, I've grew up watching football. I didn't really play football until middle school, but it's always just been something I loved and something I've enjoyed to play.
And what differences did you see on defense on Thursday's game versus previous games this season?
I think we were just a lot more prepared, and we paid attention to the little things and just did our job all around the field.
Well, y'all did really good since they scored 0 points.
Yeah.
Why do you think you earned the Fight Award this week?
I think I earned it because I played every single snap on the defensive side of the football. So that was a pretty good thing for me.
Well, congratulations and good job on Thursday. Thank you so much for joining me. May I please have Rondale come and join me now? Rondale, I talked to you after the game.
Yeah, you did.
You looked really, really happy.
I was.
I bet. I bet you were. What was that T-shirt that coach put over you? What did it say?
Mudita. It's kind of just a rallying cry.
It did say, I know Mudita. We did a Carly's Corner on that. Yep, I know what that is. Okay, so what emotions were you facing before the game on Thursday, since it had almost been a year since you were last on the field as a Mustang?
I mean, I was just ready to play again. I mean, I wasn't really nervous as a lot of people would probably expect me to be. I was just ready to try to help this team win.
Was your knee giving you any problems at any point during the game against Northside?
I mean, whenever you're focusing on a lot of other things, I didn't really have that much time to focus on it. And the adrenaline probably also helped, but my knee was feeling really good during the game.
I was honestly worried for you because you still had that, like, is it a brace, I guess, or just something to keep it safe, I guess, but.
I mean, it's just an extra precaution, but it feels good regardless.
Well, we're glad that you were there on Thursday because you scored 4 touchdowns. You had 7 touches, 4 touchdowns. Your first touch of the game turned out to be an 84-yard touchdown. Walk me through that play.
I mean, we practiced it a lot of times, so it was just kind of like running through the motions a little bit. And whenever I got around the corner, I saw the outside receiver getting a good block, and then just the line giving good blocks right there. And there was just a lot of green grass to run through.
Well, I tell my family and friends about each game and each show, and I was texting them the game. Rondale got another one, and he got another one. Oh my God, he got another one. And it was really fascinating to watch you on Thursday. Why do you think you earned the discipline award this week?
I mean, just kind of the same thing I was talking about earlier, just knowing the plays and stuff like that, knowing what I'm supposed to do. And I had to switch around a lot on the field, just knowing what I'm supposed to do at every single position, I feel like helped me earn that award.
Well, you did great, and congratulations for earning that award. Thank you so much for joining me tonight.
Thank you, too.
May I please have Devin Thomas join me? Hi again.
Hey, how are you?
This is 2 weeks in a row you're up here.
Yes.
How do you feel about that?
Good.
Good?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Well, how do you think you and your teammates played as a team on Thursday?
I think we played excellent. Like Coach said, we had a shutout on defense, and that's really hard to come by. We all just played full 100%, and the outcome showed.
It definitely did. When you set up at the line of scrimmage, what is your plan of attack when you're trying to get to the quarterback, and what are you seeing on the offensive side of the ball that factors in that plan of attack?
Kinda just like we work like the team plays so much like during like practice in the mornings. So it kind of like Rondale said, just going through the motions. Like after you do it so many times, it kind of just becomes like a reaction rather than knowing what actually to do. So.
Can you tell me about the celebration in the locker room after Thursday's game?
All you seen was smiles and people screaming. We was having fun.
I bet. That's awesome. Why do you think you earned the Attitude Award this week?
Because coming into the week, I think I just bring our players up. I always have a bright smile in the morning. And in the morning, I'm just ready to go for practice. So bringing everybody up, keeping everybody as a team, even when we have mistakes, keeping everybody close. I feel like I do a good job of that.
Well, you are a very positive person, and this is only the second time I've talked to you, and I can already tell. But congratulations for earning this award. Thank you for joining me today. Can I please have Bryson join me, please? Hello, Bryson.
How you doing?
I'm doing good. Thank you. Nice to meet you finally. How do you enjoy playing on both sides of the ball?
I mean, it gets a little tiring, but anything to do to help them out is all right.
Mm-hmm. I bet. And what did it feel like when you caught that pass last week?
It actually kind of hurt. It left a bruise on my arm.
Do you plan on playing? You're a senior, so do you plan on playing football next year? You do?
Yeah.
Awesome. Do you know where you're going to go yet?
No, man.
No, just keeping your options open. That's good. What are you going to miss most about being a Mustang when you graduate in the spring?
Mainly just the brotherhood and how much everybody gets along and loves each other.
You think you've made some really close friendships on the team? Yeah. That's good. Why do you think you earned the family award this week?
During practice, I'm picking people up, the JV players, keeping them along. On the sideline of the game, I was celebrating other people's success, stuff like that.
Well, that's good. Congratulations. Thank you so much for joining me. Can I please have Daniel and Brady join me, please? Oh. We're going to grab another chair for y'all. So please stand by. So both, are you comfortable? We're good? Y'all can just like share the mic. Okay. So both of y'all are seniors. Daniel, it's your first year on varsity and first year starter. What are your goals to make this year your most memorable season as your last year as a Mustang?
I'm actually a junior.
Somebody told me you were a senior. I am so sorry. Okay. Well, you can still make this year very memorable for you. What's the plan with that?
I guess I'll just try to have the most fun I can this year.
And if you don't, you still have next year, I guess.
Yeah.
That's my bad. I'm so sorry.
No, you're good.
Okay. Brady, how was your first game back from the knee injury?
Oh, it was awesome. I enjoyed playing with my brothers and getting out there and competing with everyone and against an actual team.
Well, you proved me wrong. You said I joked with you last week saying you weren't going to come back up here with me this week.
Yeah.
And here you are 2 weeks in a row.
Yeah.
So what was it like to be back on the field with your teammates? And I keep hearing brotherhood, your brothers, I guess.
Yeah. It was awesome just getting to line up with them, kick some butt, and get back in the huddle and do it again and again and again and again.
It kept coming.
It's a great thing.
I bet. Daniel, how do you think y'all played as a team on Thursday?
We played really good, but I still think we can do a little bit better.
In what ways?
We could be faster on the ball, and I could really try working more on where I need to get.
Okay. Well, why do y'all think y'all earned the Compete Award this week?
Even though I did some mistakes, I still played as hard as I could that game.
Brady, do you have anything to add to why you earned this award this week?
I just think that every play I go as hard as I can, no matter how tired I am, just because I love my boys and I'm going to do it for them.
I keep hearing that a lot. That's how cute. Okay, well, thank y'all so much for joining me. Tatum and Layton, please join me. Okay, hopefully I don't get anyone's grade mixed up this time. I'm so sorry about that. Okay, Tatum, this is your second year on varsity, and you played defensive end last year, and now you're playing the jack linebacker position this year. How does it feel to be sort of a jack of all trades for the team?
Yeah, I really like it because I kind of get the best of both worlds. Get to go out and play in the trenches and then sit back and kind of, read what's happening. So I really like it.
You don't ever feel like overwhelmed or anything?
No, I like it.
That's good. And Layton, it is your senior year. We're good. Okay. And fourth year on varsity. Throughout your years as a Mustang, you've been a tight end, a linebacker, and a defensive tackle. Which position do you think you're best at?
Linebacker for sure. I've had
Okay.
the most years playing that position. So,
Yes, you're that position again this year, right?
yes, ma'am.
That's awesome. So both of you have been on varsity throughout your years in high school. What changes do y'all see in between each seasons, the good and the bad? Either one of y'all.
I mean, I can kind of start off coming from last year. I didn't play as much as I did this year. So winning just kind of happened. And I feel like this year it was a really good realization for me that like we got to work for it and play as a team. And when you do that, you'll get the result that you want.
For sure. Layton, did you have anything to add?
Being my 4th year, I've gotten to see the progression of new guys coming in and older guys leaving, and how you have to teach the younger guys what the standard is and how it's supposed to be and how to carry on the legacy.
I mean, yeah, you've been on it since freshman year, so you've seen player after player leave, and now you're at that senior position to where you can just like sort of pass that torch and everything. That's awesome. So why do y'all think y'all earned the Tough Award this week?
For this part, I think I can speak for both of us.
Okay.
We knew the plan going in. We knew what they were going to do, and we knew like what we were going to do. And once you know that, you can play with confidence. And if you're playing with confidence, man, you can go hard.
Well, that's awesome. Anything else?
For sure. So, yeah, we had 2 weeks to prepare for this game, and by the day before the game, we were looking at little tendencies as far as inches on where the running back would set up, and
Right.
so it's little things like that, and the time to prepare, and the extra time that we put in.
Well, congratulations to both of you. Thank you so much for joining me
Thank you.
tonight.
Thank you.
Coach, will you please come back and join me?
All right, so we're going to start off with the play that Carly talked to Rondale about. This is our second series, if I'm not mistaken. First play of our second series, if I'm not mistaken. And so this is just what we call a speed option. And he's got 2 lead blockers out front. He's got Brady from the tight end position, and he's got Demontrez Dunn from the back position. And then I want everybody to pay attention to the receiver that's blocking for for Rondale right there. That's Darius Burns. We had two guys, Will Matheny and Darius Burns, that blocked their tails off all night long. That's an incredibly unselfish thing to do, not the easiest thing to do. The other thing that's encouraging as coaches, look at all the white shirts, even some of the big guys in white shirts, chasing Rondale and celebrating with him. So anytime you see that as a coach, it's gratifying, and you know you got some good things going as far as your team is concerned. But somebody asked last week about explosive plays, and my answer was that the single most important ingredient for explosive plays is explosive players. And there you saw a perfect example of it right there. This is a 3rd down call right here, 3rd and 11. And again, I like to put these on just to show you again how hard our defense is working. Again, look at all the white shirts running to the ball, particularly in relationship to the maroon shirts, okay, and how much harder we're working there. But that's a physical play by Ryan Hamilton, by Major Hecht. I think Layton might. Is that true, Layton? Are you getting in on that too? Let's look at it from the end zone. Okay, so there's what Tatum was talking about. Tatum's right there in the middle. He's off the line, but you're going to see some shots when he's in the line of scrimmage as well. Oh, that's Coop. It's Cooper Towery, okay? Brady Boozer played every snap. And I've got a couple of clips where he was running down the field on kickoff coverage, which is always a great indicator of character when starters will play hard on special teams. We did run the ball well. We ran the ball for 327 yards to their 22 yards. We did win the line of scrimmage as far as the plan to win was concerned. Demontrez had a good night. What do we call this here, Brady? Besides a fumble, what do we call it? When everybody's around the ball. Population. Okay, we talk about population. Thank you, Brady. Way to make me look good. We talk about population, and that means offensive guys chasing the ball. Defensive guys are taught to chase the ball all the time, but if we have a moment of weakness and we turn the ball over or put the ball on the ground, we got to have offensive guys. That's a great job. Because on the very next play, Hack throws it out to Rondale, and he's off. Okay. So this is just a read by Hack. He can hand the ball off unless he sees a look that he likes in the secondary. So he sees a soft corner up top. Will Matheny goes out and gets a great block, and the rest is history. So that's an explosive play right there. That's an easy, I shouldn't say an easy throw. Nothing's easy, but a fairly easy throw. And Rondale does the rest. So I think everybody on the team fed off, our explosiveness on offense. We were explosive on defense as well and on special teams. That's contagious when that happens. Okay, this is an explosive play by Bryson. Bryson's coming right from the middle of the field right there. Okay, he recognizes run. The guy thinks he's got a shot. He thinks he can get to the sideline, but Bryson does a great job of running him out of bounds for a lost yardage play. And again, I've talked about this before, but watch Major Heck trying to set the fence, trying to set the defense to force everything back inside. That's what it's all about. That's good team defense right there. Bryson, I'm not going to embarrass you by telling everybody that you got your first scholarship offer today, am I? So Bryson got his first scholarship offer today.
You didn't want to share when you were up. Congratulations.
All right. This is a 2nd and 23. So 2nd and 23 obviously is not an ideal situation for a play caller. So we just tried to get a little bit of it back as far as the run was concerned. And lo and behold, Demontrez breaks it all the way. Okay. Really a good move on the free safety. We talk about stepping on defenders' toes before you make your move. That's a really good job of stepping on his toes and getting vertical after the cut. And again, look at all the white jerseys chasing. Y'all see Bergen? Can y'all see Bergen and Weir? They didn't run it down the hash. He likes all these long plays, but he's kind of like, okay, we've had enough. Okay, so he's trying to see what the free safety sees as far as Demontrez fronting him up. Boom. That's a great cut. And again, look at Darius Burns down there working. So I can't tell you how much that means to teammates when you see guys like Darius Burns and Will Matheny and those guys blocking downfield. Same thing here is, I believe this is Brady's play, Brady's coverage play. Brady will be number 9. He'll come in off the right side, maybe y'all's left, right there. Okay, that's him right there making the play. We had 3 guys. Brady, Boozer right there. We had a guy named Julian Contreras, who is a backup running back for us, that had a huge day on coverage. We had a guy named Xavier Randolph that's a backup corner that had a huge day for us. This is Villy making a huge strip sack right here. Quarterback's trying to get out of containment right here to throw it. Strip. And look at all the white shirts running to the ball. The thing I'm most proud of our defense, how much they've grown as far as understanding the importance of running to the football and what that does to other teams as far as just our mindset, just having a strong mindset and a never ever give up attitude. That's a great play by Villy. Look at all the guys straining to make the play. Heck of a job. Bradley Stanier ends up getting on it. Okay. All right, now I put this one on here purposely because I made a big deal. And all I'm going to show you is we've got a guy out here, number 34, okay, who's playing linebacker for us. He's playing well for us, but he gets a little nosy. See that right there? He gets a little nosy. See how Brady's fitting? Brady Boozer's fitting right there. And so 34 should keep outside leverage right there and not allow the ball carrier to get outside. Then Brady's right there to make the play for little gain. And so those are the kind of things that our defense works on daily and we stress daily, but a great effort by all who end up getting in on that tackle. Okay. And again, Brady had a heck of a night. Boom. Okay, this is Devin. Isn't this you, Devin? Yep, this is Devin on a knock loose. Or no, this is Layton, isn't it? No, that's Devin. Layton's going to have one later on. Sorry, there were so many of them; they're hard to remember. Yeah, Layton's going to have one later on. But here's Devin coming off of our left side. The offense is right, creating havoc, and I think that's a good. We created havoc. We created a lot of chaos for Northside's O-line, and they couldn't get anything going all night long. And if you think that that running back's going to think twice about taking the football next time when you take a hit like that. Watch how well blocked this is. Watch, Brady is the most outside guy, blocks the corner. Will Matheny's the guy coming in motion, blocking the deep safety. And then here's another quick throw out there to Rondale. Okay, so the whole idea is obviously get a guy with speed as far away from all the bad guys as possible and let him work. But again, look at the great job by Rondale, but look at the work that Brady and Will are putting in right there. All right. This is Layton right here, right? All right, Layton. Boom. Okay, coming off the edge. So Layton and Tatum were talking about doing different things and line up in different areas. And here's Layton coming from the linebacker depth and coming from the line of scrimmage and making the running back pay, causing a fumble. The ball was on the ground several times. That's one thing we've got to do a better job of starting Friday night, is to do a little better job with takeaways. We should have just fallen on that. We had too many guys trying to score there, right? Trying to get on the action. Okay. All right, I had to put this one on there because I knew Bryson was going to be a guest. All right, so this is a vertical. This is 4 verticals, so we're sending 4 guys deep. Hack feels like there's a little bit of pressure, so he scrambles. Bryson works with him on the scramble, comes down the sideline, and makes a toe tap catch right there on the sideline. That's a heck of a catch. And again, a nice conversion again on 3rd down. This was right before the half where we should have made the dang field goal, but didn't. All right, let's go to the end zone here. Okay, again, this is Devin, and this is Layton coming off of our right side, the left side of the screen, but our defense is right. Okay, and we're just a little quicker than they are. Devin's going to take the B gap, and Layton's going to take the C gap, and there's nowhere to go. There's nowhere to go. If that quarterback had kept it, Layton would have been there for him. You can see Layton hesitating right there to make sure that he doesn't have it. There's nowhere to go. Now, let me draw your attention to Bradley Stanier on the other side. See how Bradley's running up the field. He's running up the field. The line's slanting that way. So even if Devin hadn't made that play, there's nowhere for that guy to go. He's not going to be able to get outside. Another ball on the ground. At least we're knocking it loose. That's the good news. All right, same call as the very first play that you saw. Same call as the very first play. 19 arc boss. There's Brady out in front again. Watch Brady on the safety. Takes him to the ground. Takes him to the ground. That's unbelievable. Okay. And there you see Darius Burns again out in front. And the rest is history. Okay. Will Matheny from the other side, all the way over to the play side, making a difference. gratifying, obviously, as a coach, knowing how hard these guys work in practice and how much we stress these things in practice. To see them actually go out and do it, it's a lot of fun. And it's certainly a source of pride for us as coaches. All right. I believe this might be, I'm not sure which one this is. This is either Randolph or Julian. I'm not sure. I think this is Xavier Randolph. Yep, right there. Okay. So this is a big deal. And the reason it's a big deal is because we started the season with mostly starters on special teams. But now all of a sudden you got some young guys, some backups who are taking pride and growing up and understanding what we're trying to get done. And we can feel good about putting them in there to cover a kick, cover a punt, what have you. All right, I think this might be the last one. This is Maddox Stanley, who was a guest a week ago. Watch the blow right there, okay? Right here, along with Christian Frederick. Nope, it's not Christian. Who's the other corner over there? Oh, that's Xavier. That's Xavier Randolph again, okay? But this is late in the game, okay? So here we are. We finished the fourth quarter. We actually win the fourth quarter 7-0, which is a goal to finish the game. And the good news is we're finishing the game with a lot of backups, okay? A lot of guys who are seeing their first playing time. There's still some starters in there, but we've got some young guys in the secondary. So Maddox not only made him pay, but he made him drop the ball for an incomplete pass. All right, that's it.
Thank you, Coach. I was flinching as I see y'all's defense tackle them. Thank you for sharing your highlights. May I please have Coach Miller and Coach Glowacki join me, please, and the runners. Y'all can just like come down here if you'd like to get in the camera frame. Yeah, all y'all can just come over here.
Guys are over here.
Yeah.
Kids
Perfect.
keep moving
Oh,
over.
yeah.
Move down a little bit.
Just want everyone to be able to see y'all. Well, welcome, guys. Thank y'all so much for joining me. Can you please go ahead and introduce the runners you have with us today?
Yes, I've got our senior captains, Justin Leathers and Owen Comer, and then Sarah Halliburton and Breland Francis.
Well, yeah. Thank y'all so much for coming. Can you tell me about this Chili Pepper Festival that's this Saturday at the University of Arkansas?
Yeah, we're really excited to go up to Fayetteville, Arkansas. This is our first out-of-town trip this season. Gives us an opportunity to get on the road against some great competition, and one more tune-up for us before we begin championship season. So we'll have about 40 athletes racing up there, and just looking forward to the opportunity to get better.
That's a lot of runners. Wow. Speaking of championship season, y'all's championship season is coming up with the district meet being October 12th. How prepared do y'all feel for this upcoming season?
It's all about progression, and the guys and the girls teams are committed to their goals. We've stayed connected well in our training sessions, just staying really focused, and that's just gradually increasing, just getting faster as the year goes on, and that's by design. And I feel really good about our both teams as we approach championship.
Do you have anything to add, Coach?
Yeah, on top of that, we've been able to have some younger guys really step up and get some experience in some bigger races, which has been pretty cool. So that always makes you feel good going into championship season, knowing that even going deeper into the squad, kids are ready to roll if you need them. So,
what are the keys to being as successful as y'all's teams are?
What are the keys? Well, the keys to success for us is just really staying focused and staying connected. As I said earlier, like Coach Glowacki mentioned, we've had some younger kids that have stepped up for us. We did deal with some injuries early in the season. And when I talked to everybody, it was just about, hey, we've got to persevere. We've got to develop some guys, and then we'll get some kids back if they can help us. Great, but great teams have great depth, and I feel like we have some great depth on both boys and girls sides, and that's where we really come in. If somebody needs to come in and step up for us, that's what we expect.
Do y'all have any seniors on the team that are going to pursue either track or cross country in college?
Yes, we've got seniors that are going to run. I know Justin plans to run in college. He's undecided at this point, and we've got a few others, and really nobody's really committed anywhere yet. But every year, we've got some kids, and this year's no exception, and some girls as well.
Well, I'm sure y'all are very proud. Good luck this week and next week as y'all head into championship season. Thank y'all so much. Thank y'all for coming today. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much for having us.
All right, so I got to say something before we get started.
Of course.
Okay. Coach Miller, y'all have won 3 straight state cross-country championships. Is that right? 3 straight state championships in cross-country, correct? 3 in a row. 3 in a row. 3 overall. He didn't say that. Okay. So they are arguably the most successful program amongst a lot of successful programs at Grapevine High School, as far as success at a high level. Also, a little known fact, Coach Miller is in the El Paso High School Coaches Hall of Fame. Right? Not as a track coach, though, as a baseball, football. Is that correct? I think that's right. And Coach Glowacki was a track runner at the University of Missouri, so she competed at the highest level, too. And the last thing I'll say is this. I coached track. I was on the track staff last spring, and so one of my jobs was to check everybody into the buses early in the morning. By far and away, the most pleasant and the most polite were the cross-country athletes, okay? So I appreciate that. They were awesome. So thank you all for being here. Appreciate it.
Let's give another round of applause for the cross-country team. So, Coach, can you walk me through what the Red Rail rivalry is and the history behind it? I'm new here, so I'm not.
Well, I wish we could have brought the trophy, but it weighs about 95 pounds. It's literally a railroad tie. It started, of course, back in 1996, was the first year of the Red Rail rivalry. That was actually the year that Grapevine High School won their first state championship, was 1996. And then again in 1998, they followed up. But early on, Grapevine High School kind of had their way and kind of dominated the series. The Red Rail Trophy has a little plaque with each of the scores on it by year. Unfortunately, since 2010, Heritage has won 10 and Grapevine's only won 3.
Let's
But
change.
we did win last year, and that's the good news.
Yes.
So hopefully we can keep that going. But it's we're fortunate to live in a community where we have a rivalry like this, and we have a week like this, and we live in a great community. We live in a close-knit community, but when it comes to the Red Rail rivalry, regardless of what the sport is, we're split pretty good, and we take pride in who we represent.
Well, I'm excited to watch it and be there. What adjustments do you plan on making this week as y'all prepare to play y'all's biggest rival?
I think rather than schematically, what I've talked to the players about, number one, when you're talking about a rivalry week, you can make a mistake in playing the game too early. We don't play until 7 o'clock on Friday night.
Mm-hmm.
So we've got to make sure that towards being the best we can be at 7 o'clock on Friday night, not before. The second thing is you can get caught up in outside noise, and today outside noise means social media, but it also means people that you talk to in the community. They're well-meaning, but they share uneducated opinions that get in these kids' heads that mean nothing. And so the best thing you could do in a rivalry week, a red letter game like this, is just keep your routine, keep it as normal as possible. As the week goes on, you start to narrow your focus. And then more than anything else, man, have fun. I mean, have fun with it. And again, count your blessings that you can compete in something like this. I've told the seniors in particular, enjoy every minute of the week. You know, this is a district game, just like Northside was a district game. We're not going to get 2 wins for beating them. If we did come up short, we're not going to have 2 losses. It's a game, just like Northside was. But it is a special game, and I've encouraged the seniors in particular to really soak it all in.
Well, hopefully y'all beat them 2 years in a row. So I look forward to seeing y'all play on Friday this week. One last question for tonight. What is your favorite holiday and why?
Favorite holiday? That's easy. Well, I should say Valentine's Day because of my wife. So that's a close second. Christmas by far. Christmas by far is my favorite.
And why is it your favorite?
Family, because of family, whether they were like this or now in their 30s with little grandkids like this. Christmas by far is my favorite time of the year.
Christmas is also my favorite, so I'm with you right there. Thank you, Coach, for tonight. Thank you, players and cross-country runners, for being here tonight, and everyone else. I'd like to go ahead and thank our hosts, Jose, Armani, and Hayden at Chicken and Pickle, for having us tonight. I'd also like to thank our production team, Davis Burke and Chris Wymore, and the Grapevine Mustang Booster Club. We will see the Mustangs play this Friday against Colleyville Heritage at 7 at Grapevine, and we will be back here next week. Thank you so much. I'm Carly Isbell.